Let me open up my okay. Today is day 4. Yeah. So this is what we are looking into today. What is Power BI, the component of Power BI and features, connecting to data source, Power Query, which is the same thing what we looked into yesterday. We have data modeling, relationship in Power BI. So you can see that they look alike because, like I said yesterday, the Power the Power Query in Power and Microsoft Excel gave birth to what we know as Power BI today. All those powers that we have within Microsoft Excel, we have Power Query, Power Map, Power View, and then Power Pivot within Microsoft Excel. So leads to what the software as a service, which is Power BI that we use today for data visualization. Because instead of the Power BI earlier to this time, we normally use Power View within Microsoft Excel to create visuals for what? For large data sets. So, but today now it is very easier for you to easily connect to any kind of data source using your Microsoft Power BI. You connect to the data source, you create your visual. Even if you are using Python, if you have a Python script or anything, you can bring it in to the what? To the Power BI. So we have all these things within your Power BI. It has a lot of features that you can easily relate with. Now, let's start gradually. You know, let me quickly do a recap of what we did earlier. We talked about in the data entering in Microsoft Excel, how to format your data, how to convert your data from range to the what's it called? From range to uh, table, how to sort your data, filtering, for conditional formatting. We have some basic formulas. We go into a little bit advanced of all these function formulas within Microsoft Excel. We talk about all these VLOOKUP, if the conditional statement, the data cleaning, using string manipulation, pivot table, pivot chart, all those stuff. Yesterday we talked about Power Query, how you can connect Excel to external data source, and then how you can model data, how you can build a pivot table, or advanced pivot table within your Microsoft Excel. That was what we have been discussing. But today now, you realize that all what we have been saying is still the same thing we have within Microsoft Excel. But in Microsoft Excel, we deal with what? Column, cell, no, cell, and maybe rows and column. We deal with table. But in Microsoft Power BI, you only deal with column. You deal with table, column, yeah, table and column, because you cannot edit a single cell. It's only when you want to do probably replace value. Even when you are talking to data within your Power Query, like, okay, I want to replace value, it will affect a whole column. You cannot talk to a single cell in Power BI. So let's take a look at this. Let's see a little bit intro about Microsoft Power BI. Let me go into this. Where is it? Power BI. So when you go to your Google search Power BI and see what it's made of, and you see that it's all about visualization of your data. Let's check it out. So this when you want to get your Power BI desktop, you can easily download it from their website. get the Power BI desktop, and then you do what? You install it. But the best way to install your Power BI is what? Come to where is it called? Come to Play Store, Microsoft Store on your system, search for Power BI. So search for Power BI desktop and make sure you install it perfectly. So another thing is this: if you don't install it through this Microsoft Store, when there's update, you might need to go and download another one. But as far as you install it from Microsoft Store, anytime there's update, as far as you connect your system to the internet, it will automatically update itself. You don't need to, unless you are on a meter network. So if you set your Wi-Fi to a metered network, you might not be able to download it automatically. You have to come to Store by yourself and click on update for your Power BI to get update. So yeah, so this Power BI. So this is Power BI. This is Power BI. So uncover powerful insights and turn them into impact. So that's what it's all about. Create a data-driven culture with Power BI. Can you see? So you're expected to uncover insight with what? It's almost AI now for me, though. I don't think they are mistaken. Power BI is like artificial intelligence. You don't have to do a lot of work before you get your data, before you get insights from your data. So, bring all your data together, create a data set from any source, and what? Add them to the one lake of this. When you are dealing with Power BI service, when we get there, you also see that you see that it's more than just ordinary data analytics now. Even as a data analyst now, you can do the work of data engineer when you are using Power BI service, because we have a lot of functionalities there, a lot of features now. That's the reason why they turn it to what? They turn Power BI to fabrics. So they turn Power BI to the Power BI service. They turn it to Microsoft Fabric now, because within the Fabric, you see Power BI, you see data engineering, you see data science, and you even see or you can do all this data warehousing and so on like that within the fabrics. So, but as you're getting started, gradually you will be learning more, so that you'll be able to at least advance yourself. And to learn about Microsoft Power BI, you don't need to stress yourself. You can easily come online, go to Microsoft documentation, read about Power BI, read about Power BI. So, like we all know that Power BI is within a Microsoft Power Platform. So when you check Power Platform, you see Power Apps, Power BI, Power Automate, AI Builder, and Power Page. So they do different, you can use it to do different things. So like Power Apps now, you use it to create all these business application within your organization. If you have tried Power BI before, Power Apps before, you will see you can easily become a developer, a developer within your company, as far as they are using Microsoft environment. So we have Power Automate to automate some repetitive task within your organization, and we have Power BI to create an insight from your data. When you have data in your database or in your SharePoint or in your one lake or anywhere that your data is coming from, you can easily connect your data to your Power BI to pick data from any kind of source, and then you bring out insight from all this data. Yeah, that's perfect. So, so you can easily get all this intro from where? From all these websites. You can learn more about Power BI. Go and read online. So, and I will also share when you go to Microsoft Learn, Microsoft, Microsoft Learn. So when you go to Microsoft Learn, you will see documentation, even for you to, a guideline for you to pass Microsoft exam regarding Power BI. Everything is there. Just search for PL300. I guess. Hope I'm correct, Abmajid. Is it PL300? So it's PL300. We call data analytics with what? With Microsoft Power BI. So you can search for PL300. So can you see? Hope I'm correct. I don't know. Okay, this is it. So, uh, prepare to teach Peer 3 on the Microsoft Power Data Analytics. I think this is for advanced level. So, I don't know. This is for trainers. Yeah, I think this is for trainers. This is for trainers. So this is meant for educators within Microsoft space. You know, if you after you become like MCT, you can easily go into that. So and this Microsoft Fabrics engineer, can you see when you after passing your data analytics stage, all those things, you can easily get into what is it called? Get into how to become a data trainer. Yeah, how to become a trainer. So, but let me check Power BI. Get started with Power BI. Get started with data analytics. Get started in Power BI. So all this, I think all this there for Power BI. So you can easily go to this Microsoft Learn, and then you have your the documentation that you can go through, and then for you to learn, yeah, for you just to learn more. But for practical purpose, we are going to be explaining how to get started with Power BI, the component, everything. And then after that, you'll be able to at least build something by yourself, build a report, build a dashboard within Power BI space. So let's see what is it all about. So I'm on my system right now. I've installed my Power BI. Let's see how it looks like. If you're seeing it for the first time, I hope you've installed it on your system though. You're not seeing it for the first time. So ah, my Power BI is coming up. What's happening? My system is not that slow now. Components and features. Okay. Okay, sorry. It opened up on my second screen. Let me drag it to this. Okay. So can you see what I don't know if you notice anything on this screen. This is my own Power BI screen. This after installation and you launch your Power BI for the first time, you might see something like this. I don't know if you are seeing the same thing on your screen after downloading the Power BI. So, but let's give a brief intro to Power BI. Power BI, the BI in front of the power means business intelligence. So, and this Power BI is a data visualization tool developed by Microsoft. Let me just say it that way. It enables users to connect to multiple data sources. Grab that. That's extraction, data extraction. It enables users to connect to multiple data sources, transform the data, create report and dashboard, and share insights across organization. So, and it helps making data-driven decision by providing what? Visualization and real-time analytics. That's all you need. We have some components of Power BI. So it has, several components that work together to provide that seamless data analytics experience for you. You know, Power BI is not the only data visualization tools that you see out there, but the only thing you need is what? Having the concept, knowing the concept of this data analytics. After knowing the concept, you need to do what? You need uh, to apply the concept that you understand to any kind of tools that you want to use. Tomorrow now, you might find yourself in an environment where they will tell you like, no, we are not using Power BI, we are using Tableau, or you are using any other kind of application. So if you are not using Power BI, if you are using Excel, if you are using Tableau, if you are using QSense or any other kind of SAP Lumira and so on, or even if you are using R, all these SaaS application and so on, the best thing for you is just to have to understand the concept of being a data analyst, not that just for you to know how to use tools. If you have the knowledge, if they give you another tool tomorrow, you can easily run to Google, YouTube, anywhere to know how to use that particular tool to uncover your insight from the data. But make sure you have the concept, you know all the concept, all the logic, all the techniques that you can use to tackle data. And the first aspect of it is what? To be able to extract that data from any source. So a part of the component that we have within Power BI is what? You having interaction with what? Power BI desktop. We all know this Power BI desktop we open up is a what? Is a window-based application used for data modeling, reporting, building, and visualization. User can connect to multiple data source, perform transformation in Power Query, and create measure with what? Data analytics expression. So that's first part, the first component, Power BI desktop. The second component, we have Power BI service. It's a web-based, it's a software as a service. You could go online, you know, to do all these things that you can do on your what? On your Power BI desktop is, I can say, if not 100%, like 99%, 90% of what you can do on your Power BI desktop is now available on Power BI service, because instead of having Power Query, using Power Query on your Power BI desktop, you can easily use data flow within your Microsoft Power BI service. So if you know you cannot connect, for those of us that we have user probably student account, you might not want to install Power BI desktop on your system. You can go online, powerbi.com, app.powerbi.com. You start building on your Power data flow instead of using Power Query. So we have Power BI service, and which is a web-based platform for sharing, publishing, and collaborating on reports and dashboard. So it allows you to do what? Schedule data refresh and integration with Microsoft service like Azure, SharePoint, and Teams. Most companies, they don't have the kind of patience to go and check Power BI report, always go into Power BI service to go and check their report. You can incorporate your Power BI report into their SharePoint, into their Azure, or into their Teams. Teams is the closest application to every employee within an enterprise environment that they are using Microsoft platform. If a company is using Microsoft platform, Microsoft Teams is the closest application to each employee, because they don't want to miss their meeting, they don't want to miss anything. So you can incorporate your Power BI report into their Teams. So anytime they want to check the report, they don't have to go into Power BI service. They can easily check on their Power BI on their Microsoft Teams. Or, some companies have their sites, they have a normal inbuilt in-house website built on SharePoint. They can easily go there and go and check, oh, what is happening across the company. If probably you have a page that tells the whole analysis of what is going on within the company. So everything is there for everybody to see. Now, the third component that we have is a Power BI mobile. You have a Power BI mobile, which allows you to view your report on the go. It allows you to view your report on the go. You go online there. Maybe you are not with your laptop, you are not within your office space, and probably you want to access reports. So you can easily download mobile Power BI on your mobile, either on your App Store or your Play Store. So you go there, you download Power BI mobile, easily log in your organization account to be able to access your report on the go. That is what? That's third component. The fourth component we have is what? Power BI server, report server. So this is an on-premise solution for companies that require data security and compliance. So Power BI reporting server is just is another tool entirely that they use within organization just for security purpose, and there must be a compliancy on data. So we use this to host report within their network. So then we have Power BI Gateway. This another thing that acts like a bridge in between Power BI service and on-premises data source. So when you have a Power BI gateway on your system set up, just for you to be able to connect your Power BI service and your data that is on-prem, probably your data, you don't want to push the old data into where? Into the service. You don't want to push your data. So you can easily connect your data on-prem, which is on your on-prem server, allow gateway to access it, and then transfer it to where? To Power BI service. And you can use it to schedule refresh. Okay, at 1 hour or 2 hours interval, go back to my local server, or my data source, and try to refresh the data if there's any updates. So it's useful for scheduling, refresh, and maintaining a connection with database like SQL Server, Oracle, and SAP. So, like what we said, another key features that we have within Power BI is what? Data connectivity. Like what we said earlier, it supports multiple data sources, including Excel, SQL, Azure, Google, BigQuery, API, and online services. Data transformation. Power Query, user can clean, retrieve, and merge data from different data sources. Data modeling, it supports DAS, which is data analysis expression, for creating custom calculation and measures. What else? What else do we have within? Okay, yeah, we have interactive visualization. It's over customizable chart. When you have a chart, you can customize it. It has graphs, tables, and maps with drill through and filtering capability. For instance, now I have a report that is telling me about what is happening across the nation, and I need to drill through this data. What is happening in Nigeria? Okay, can I see by state? Okay, if I'm seeing it or by region, the six geopolitical zone, can I see it by region? Can I see it by state? Can I even see it by local government? Now, by local government, can I see it by sales rep across each local government? So that means you are drilling through the hierarchy of what? Of your data. So you are trying to drill through the each hierarchy within the system. So that's essence of what? Having a drill through and filtering capability within your system. And we have AI powered insights within Power BI. So it includes like AI visualization such as Q&A. You can easily type something when you upload your data into the server. You can easily ask questions even on your Power BI desktop. After telling the system, okay, these are my data, you can easily check using Q&A answer, question and answer visual, and then you place it on your system, on your Canva, and ask question about your data. Power BI will automatically tell you. It has AI feature. Even if you want to write a report about your data, you don't have to stress yourself. This Power BI can help you with a report. Imagine you are having a data of a sales for across 1 year and you are doing it by month. You want to see the trend by month and you suddenly see that, okay, at the month of June there was a spark, this thing is abnormal. Why are we having more sales in June? Type Power BI, can you explain this? Explain why we have this spark within my data. Power BI will go through your system, go through your data and tell you the reason why you have this abnormality within your data. So another thing we have within Power BI is what? We have real-time analytics. You can connect to streaming data source for real-time reporting. So we have collaboration and sharing. So you can collaborate. Report and dashboard can be shared with teams, with your colleague within your organization via Power BI service, Teams, and SharePoint, like we said earlier. And we have security and data governance. Implement a real level security. Imagine I'm in sales department and Adeleke Samuel is in marketing department. Someone else is in what? HR department, and I'm building a report for this whole organization. I don't want people within the HR to see what they are doing in sales, to see what they are doing in marketing. So I can use row level security to do what? To partition my report for each department not to be able to have access to each other report. So that's how Power BI works. So, in a nutshell, I've been able to tell you the key and to be expected of you, the key features of Power BI, what you need to do, and what you should be expecting. People can ask you any question when it comes to data. And fear startup company. If you are not good enough, please don't join startup company, or be ready to learn when you join a startup company, because they will be finding a way to stabilize their system at that point that you are joining them as a startup company. They might be looking at, should we go for Microsoft? Should we even go for Google? You'll be seeing a lot of data coming. Some people will do their data on Google Sheets, some people will do it on different applications, and these data are coming to you as a data analyst. You should know how to combine everything together, and how to advise company on what to do when it comes to data governance within a company. So without saying much, I think I've been able to pass a message telling you more about Power BI if you are not aware before. We are just an evangelist of Microsoft. So we tell people about Microsoft. So yeah. This is my interface. This is Power BI. It looks beautiful. I'm using a dark screen, dark mode. That's the reason why you are seeing it this way. It's supposed to be white and yellow, or white and green, if I'm not mistaken. But I prefer this mode. So you can change it on your own system if you don't want it. So I have Power BI. Welcome to Power BI. Like what in the Microsoft Excel, when you open it up, you see your recent work. Introduction to Power BI, we have it here. If you want to watch video, if you want to get intro to Power BI, you can easily click on this icon and it will take you to Power BI website. Can you see? So the content is viewed on the web. So it will take you to your browser and you can read more about the introduction to Power BI. So that's not an expo. Even though you are a novice, you have never seen it before, you just go and read. But most of us, we are lazy to read. So especially someone like me. So I don't like reading. So now we have open when you want to open any of your existing documents. So can you see you want to build a report, select a data source or start with a blank report. Please let me ask you a question. As a data analyst, what do you need to start working? What do you need to start working as a data analyst?
Data set.
You need a data set. So when there's no data, what are you analyzing? Nothing. So there must be a data. That reason why the first thing you need to see how to do on your Power BI is to connect to a data source. That's when you are ready to start your analytics journey. So you have a sign in, sign out icon, which allows you to sign in into your what? Into your Power BI uh, account. So, but for now, I know most of you don't have organization account because it has to be organization account. But I think there's a way around it. If you don't have organization account, there's a way you can generate your own organization account. So please just make sure that you try as much as possible to get a trial account. When you have a trial account, you can easily log in so that you can use Power BI service as well. I hope I'm communicating. So yeah, so we have options. We have options. We have data source setting and additional options, just like the way we have it
Sorry,
within our.
without an account, are you saying we can't use it without an account? Because I saw that it was asking me to use an account to sign in.
Which account is that? Is it a company account or personal
I
account?
can use I can use any account. It was when I launched it, it was asking me to sign in to register with an account, but I didn't
Okay,
choose that option
okay,
with an email.
okay. No, no,
Yes.
you can use it without account. You can use it without
Okay.
account. It will still work. So we have options. So just for you to, you know, do some, if you want to use R script, if you want to use Python script, you need to activate and connect to the Python, what is it called, runtime on your system. So all these things, you might not need it for now. Uh, Either none of your works will have the right capacity to use Copilot or okay. Yeah, I think I've not connected my okay. I'm not connecting to my personal account. Okay. Yeah. So I think this I don't need this. So, but after the old stuff, from this point, you can easily start with a new blank report. This is your interface. This is your uh what is it called? This is your Power BI interface. Yeah, we can see different icons. You can see different tabs. We see the title bar. We see the search. We see all these icons to save our file. I know you're familiar with all these kind of icons before, but they look a little bit different to what you have within your Microsoft Excel. Now I have four different tabs here. Probably you might be seeing three on your own, but I don't know if that query view is on your own Power BI tool. If you just downloaded your own Power BI tool, you should be able to see something like this. This dash query view. So you should be able to see it. I think they've updated everything. So another thing here is
Hello,
this.
hello, host. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you.
Please, is it possible for you to change your screen to white for now in case of those of us that are having eyes problem? Because
Okay,
taking it
okay,
to
okay.
another way,
No.
I can't see clearly. I don't know if it's convenient for you or not.
Okay, yeah, sure,
Mm.
sure, sure, sure. I am okay. Let me change my display. Hmm. Where's it? Where's my Teams? Teams, is it under this? Transfer, save, recover, diagnose. No, I think it's good. Where's my dark mode now? Let me cancel it. Should be. What is happening? Oh, you just set it from get it publish. Should be here now. Data source settings, no. Guys, tell me what to do. Amanjid, are you there? Where do I? Okay, let me even search for it. I'm trying to change my themes. It's been a long time that I did this thing. That preview enable milestone, scripting security, privacy. I think it is under privacy. Don't worry. Let me search for it. I should be able to. Yeah. And okay, I will change it. I will change it now. So okay. I think. But don't be surprised. Sometimes you will use Power BI today. Tomorrow they've changed the whole interface. What's happening? It should be under this view.
Okay, if
View.
this is going to waste your time here,
Yeah, but
it's
maybe I'm the
better
one.
because can you zoom
I don't know.
your screen
I,
a bit?
okay,
Zoom the
maybe I should
small
do that
time
then.
in. Maybe that one will be enough for us to continue the
Yeah.
lesson. So sorry for the inconvenience, please.
I'm choosing default. Oh, it is well. So, but probably I set it from my window, under my personalization. I think that's where I
Maybe
set
it's
it
under
from.
personalization or so. I think,
Yeah. I think it's from my window settings.
yeah.
So, but fine. So let's maybe I don't know. All what I normally use to zoom my screen, I've deleted the app. So, but just help me to manage it this way.
No problem.
So, yeah.
No
But
problem. No, I don't know.
uh,
Sorry for the disturbance. Can you zoom your screen a bit? As in
okay, let
it's
me change the display setting then.
sure, I think it's better.
Let me change the display setting. Uh, I think I can change that from here, and then from this to 50. Okay, and this is better. Is it better like this?
Okay, I think it's better now. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
continue with
perfect.
the now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's take a look at what we have on the Power BI screen. Normally you have all this your ribbon, you know how to do that, but let's just walk through each tabs that we have here. In Power Query, we have all these normal 4 tabs like home, inside, add column, transform, and view. So that was what we have within our Power BI, our Power Query, I mean. But yeah, the first thing here, after launching your Power BI desktop, is asking you, are you importing your data from Microsoft Excel? Are you importing from SQL Server? Paste a blank data or use sample data. So you can even test run by using a sample data that is provided by Microsoft. So you can easily do that. Or you connect to a data source here. You remember yesterday when we tried to connect to a data source, we tried this. So we have a Power BI template app, we have a blank query, old data feed, web, test, analysis service, SQL Server, and so on. If you can't find your data source here, click on more. When you click on more, you can easily see all the Microsoft all the connectors here. So can you see even all this IBM data, PostgreSQL database, Sybase, Teradata, SAP, ANA, you know, we have Google BigQuery, Google Sheet. You can connect to data flow, which is within Microsoft Power Platform. You can connect to any kind of, think of it, any database. Can you see? You have Spark, R script, and so Python script. So we have everything here, everything. So just for you to be able to connect to your data. So after connecting to your data, you can come to insert. We have all these visuals, paginator report, key influencer, decomposition tree, narrative, all this. You can easily use all these tools. All these tabs are for you to make use of them. And then, this for optimization, help. If you need any help, can you see guided learning? If you want to learn, thorough learning from Microsoft Direct from their website, click on guided learning. We have training videos. If you want to click on it, it will take you to their YouTube channel, Power BI YouTube channel. Start learning from there. Documentation, support, Power BI blog, community. This way, if you want to join any community, click on this if you like. So Power BI for developers, this advanced level. You want to integrate Power BI as a developer. We call it Power BI embedded. So submit an idea, external tools, a sample, sample data, sample report, community gallery, partner showcase, so consulting service. So if you need a consultant, so just click on that. Everything Power BI, Microsoft will give you. So if you have external tools connected to your on your system, so like for instance, now I have that studio installed on my system, and I have Tabular Editor installed on my system. So I have all these external tools that I can also use for the sake of my
Sorry,
data.
which tab did you click there? You saw the getting started, all those things. Is it under
Okay,
Apple?
under app.
Apple, okay.
So you can see all those things. So now we have 3 or 4 views, depend on your version of Microsoft Power BI desktop. So I have the reporting view. The report view show you the Canva, all the pages that you have, your what, you are building your report. So it will show you everything. Now, another thing, another what's it called? Another view is table view. This table view will give you the list of all the tables within your queries. So any table you connect to, you can see everything here. So, and this is your what? Model view that shows you all your tables as you connect, as you are creating a relationship between them. You want to model your data, you want to do some magic within your data, you want to model everything. And this for what? The fourth one for me, I don't know if it's existing on your own too. I have DAS query view. If I want to test run any DAS query or any DAS formula, I will write it here to see whether it will work or not. Such as the way you have your, what's it called? When you have your notebook, if you are a Python developer, so if you write, when you are on your Colab, or you are using Jupyter Notebook, when you write your code, you click on run to test run whether the code is working or not. So let's go back to this report view. Let's connect. Oh, sorry. The right hand side, you have your visual, so you can see, and you have the what's it called? Or if you connect to all your data, you will see all the data will be listed. The tables will be listed here, but can call it queries. So we have all these build, which is your visuals, and we have what is it called? Formatting. How you can format your visual, whatever you put on the Canva here, you can see. You can format them. You can change the color, change the style, everything. You change your wallpaper, and then the last one is selection. If you want to select some of the objects you created on your Canva, so you can click on selection. You might not see all these things on your own, but you can simply come to this place and click on what to see. So can you see selection, build data, and format. So I've checked all these things. That's the reason why I'm able to see them on this part. So that's fine. That's fine. So we have all these things. Yeah. What next? What next? What's next? Let's connect our Power BI to at least one data source. But we've used data source from where yesterday? From Microsoft Excel. I'm starting with what? Raw data from the web today. From the web. So let's go on the web, check if you can see a raw data. Can you just suggest what can we search online that will give us like maybe raw sample data so that we can bring it into our Power BI? Suggest. Let me to suggest. Let me go to my web page, and what are we looking for? Can you suggest something?
Or can we connect to SQL Server
SQL
and
Server.
get
Yes, you
and
can
use
connect to SQL
extract
Server. You can connect to
and
SQL
get
Server.
our raw data from there?
Mm, my SQL Server. Yeah, I have it, but SQL Server can be somehow crazy sometimes.
Well done, guys. Good evening.
Boss, welcome. Thanks for joining.
Which one be boss? Welcome. Well done, guys. How is the learning so far?
Okay, someone has
Um,
shared something. Week list
okay.
of Nigeria state by population. Thank you for
Mm.
that, Faith. Let's copy the link, or let's go there. Let's go to this link. Okay. List of Nigeria states by what? By population. Now, I have this web page. What do I need to get this data? I can easily copy the web URL. Abbreviation, URL. You should know the meaning. You have been using Facebook for long. Facebook.com, Google.com, YouTube.com. So yeah, so we have this URL. You copy it. These are Nigeria states. By what? By population. And we want to take this data. We want to take this data into our Power BI. So yeah, sorry. So let's copy this URL. Let's copy this URL and take it to our Power BI. Yeah, so from your home tab, you can click on get data, and this data is coming from the web. Can you see when you click on data from web, it's asking you for what? For the URL. So, and let's click OK. Can you see? You are accessing this as a what? As
Hello, sorry.
anonymous.
When you click data from web, can you go back? I want to see where you click.
Okay, this is get data. Can you see?
Okay. Yes.
import data from a web page. So you click this, paste your link, and click OK. So it will ask you, how do you want to access this? And then if it is a website that require authentication, you have to provide the user details, which is username and password. So you connect to this data source. Let's wait for it and see what we are going to see on our navigator. So can you see I have HTML table 1, table 2, table 3. We have test, HTML code, display test. So let's check everything one after the other. Can you see what we have here? Table 1 is showing what? Nigeria by population and Nigeria state and their population. We have another one. We have table 3. We have raw code, we have display. So we only need this table. So you just check this and click on transform. So this will open up your query editor. This will open up your query editor. And this is it. This is my query editor now. So you can rename it to Nigeria state by population. Nigeria state and population, yeah. NG state population. So click enter. Automatically, can you see it's recorded that that I changed this from table 1 to ng state and population. Don't forget yesterday we talked about Power Query that it keeps record of all steps applied to our data. So you have it. So you check as of 2006, as of 2023. So surface area density for each state. So do you think we still need to adjust anything from this data? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But what do you think? We have state from the column 1, but I'm seeing Sokoto state, Delta state, Imo state, Kebbi state, Ondo state. What if I needed to represent this data on the map? It just comes to mind like, okay, let's even load this data direct into our system. Click, close, and apply. The difference between here is this. If you click on apply, all the changes that we've done will apply to this data without closing the Power Query. Without doing what? Without closing the Power Query. So if you click on close and apply, it will do what? Close and apply. It will close the Power Query. If you click on close, it will not save any steps you've changed from this Power Query on this data. So, but let's do close and apply. So we have our data in this data data column, or let me say data view. So you can easily expand this. You have state. Let's try to build something simple. Let me see. Let me have a stack column chart like this, and let me place my state there. And then I need the population as at 2003. Can you see? And then let me have it this way. Let me now add something different. Let me add, because this is a Power BI, and add map to my report. Let me add map to my report. So which type of map? We have different type of map in Power BI. So let me use this ArcGIS for Power BI. So now after doing that, sometimes if you want to use map on your report and it's not working, you need to go back to your settings. So if map is not bringing up what you need, so you can easily do what, go back to your settings. I'll show you the settings. So yeah, click on this arc map and then click on state. So it's loading. This thing is loading. But I'm having issue with this state name. Why having Ondo state, Adamawa state, it will not recognize it on the map. Let's add the population. Can you see it's not bringing up anything on the map? It's not bringing anything on the map. So let's go back. Let's go back to our Power Query. How do we go back to our Power Query? On the Home tab, can you see Transform Data? You can easily click on Transform Data here. So what do we need to do to this state column so that we can have ordinary state name without having Kano State, Lagos State, and so on like that? Someone should tell me, how do we clean this data?
You use find and replace.
Find and replace. Okay, that's an option. Any other opinion?
You split column.
And replace. Can you say something?
Split column. You split it.
Split the column. Another option. Okay, we have two options now. Let's go through our data. I have Kaduna State, I have this Anambra. They are two west, like Zamfara State. But when it comes to Akwa Ibom,
Sorry.
okay,
Sorry. What's the question?
what do we need to do to this state column to give
What?
us ordinary state name instead of having Mboyi State, Osun State, Kwara State? We want to remove the states from this column. So now, when you look at it very well, if I ask this column now, if I want to split this column now, how do I split it? I can split column by doing what? By using delimiters, by number of character, position, by lowercase or to uppercase or anything. Now, if I'm removing state from all this thing, if I'm splitting by delimiter now, like, okay, I'm splitting by delimiter. Just let me show you something. So at any point you see space, to which side? Is it to the left or to the right? At this point, state is on the right hand side. I can say to the right hand side. Rightmost delimiter, which is space. Now, but when it gets to territory, Federal Capital Territory or Akwa Ibom State, it will even remove state from Akwa Ibom. But we have Federal Capital Territory. It will remove territory out of this table. So we now have Federal Capital. That's some things you need to think around data. Now, let's take the second choice, which is what? Find and replace. So you can easily click on this column and say, okay, replace what? Replace value. Now, I want to replace this value state. I want to replace value state. Now, but mind you, there's a space before what? There's a space before, there's always space before what? Before the state. within the data. So what do you need to do? You need to add the space at the in front of the state. Anywhere you see state, space state, remove everything so that, or if you remove ordinary state, you will still do data trimming. Don't forget that. You can trim the data. So now replace value. Let's do that first. Replace ordinary state. Don't put space in front of it. Replace value with what? Empty. You can click OK. Remember, let's go back again. You can go back to the step applied. Can you see apply step? And I click on what? This gear icon. And you click on it. It will show you the step you've applied. So now I have state and replace value with empty. Don't forget, if it is within Microsoft Excel, you have to do what? Replace all. But since this one is always affecting a whole column. Since I'm clicking on column state, it will affect the whole column at once. Now I have state. Let's close this. Let's click on this kernel and check what we have at the bottom part. Can you see in front of kernel, there's a space in front of it. There's a space. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Now, what do I need to do again? I need to trim this data. I need to clean this column. I need to clean the column. Now, you can come to this transform. Can you see what we have within the transform? Can you see? Extract. You can do format. Can you see trim? Can you see clean? Can you see the essence of having to remove leading and trailing white space from each cell in the column and in the selected column? That's essence of trim. You have to trim the data so that it will remove the white space. We have clean. Clean remove non-printable character in the selected column. Can you see? So I'm coming. So I can click on this and do what? Format and trim. Perfect. Let's click on the kernel again or anything. Can you see? We have perfect stuff. So, and even when you go down to Akwa Ibom, we have it is perfect. So federal capital is rare and so on like that. So let's take this. Can you see all these steps is keeping the record? So if I'm bringing this same, if I refresh this data next year, as far as nobody alter the table format on that website, you will still get the report without having to do all these things again. So let's go and click home, close and apply. And let's wait for this. Can you see? So now I need to come to this map or location. Okay, let me bring this location again.
Sorry, can I ask a question? So
Yeah,
how
go
do you
ahead.
go back to that data from here now? How do you go back to that data?
Okay, just click on this transform data. It will open up Power Query
Okay.
for you.
Okay.
Okay, right. Yeah, what else? 2023 data,
You didn't
population.
open it.
Why is it not bringing up the data on the map? Probably my network is still trying to load. If this one is not working, let's try another map. This GIS map sometimes used to
I thought you wanted
act
to show
out.
us the raw data.
The raw data,
How do you go back to the raw data? How do you go back to the raw data?
Yeah,
From
this is
here,
it.
from this place.
Can you see?
Yes.
Transform data. Under transform data, you click transform data, it will take you back to the Power Query.
Okay.
So you can easily, when you go to the source, can you see? This is the source data, website. Can you see the extracted table? This is what we extracted out of the data. We promote it, automatically promoted the header itself. Can you see? And then we change the types of this each column data type. We have text, we have number, we have number, we have number, and this is decimal point. So we replace value. After replacing value, we have this. After trimming the data, we still have the same thing here. So that's how we can go back to the source data. If you want to track any other
Okay.
stuffs, you can do it.
Okay.
So yeah, let me try another map. I don't know what's happening to this map.
Uh,
So yeah, let me use this
good evening.
field. Yeah, good evening.
I think for the map to display, you have to activate a particular thing on Power BI, just like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did
I
on Excel.
you know, I have it activated on my map, on my
Okay.
settings, but just that this GIS map sometimes it will always delay before bringing out report. I think it should be under this live edit Power BI, semantic Power BI. So the map, where is it? Settings. So, review feature. SSC. Okay. I don't want to close and restart. So, but if that one is not working, I think there's there's another map you can use. But report. Where's the map? See what I was looking for earlier. Display notification regional, privacy security, data load, private query editor. I don't know. I think there's a place where you can have to change the settings for that map. I think it's under these preview features. So you can just go through it one after the other to see where you can activate your map. That will also show you later, Sha. So
Okay.
yeah.
Hello. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So from here, you can go to security. Under security, you see where you can change the settings for the map.
Yeah. I think this is it. Under security, where is it? Where is it? Let's check. Under security, the map. Hey, yes, see. Can you see? I know I've
Yes.
activated it. So it is use GIS for Power BI. So, but sometimes it just
Yeah.
be
Yes.
causing
Exactly.
the
Just like you said, sometimes network slows
yeah.
down the display
So
of
let's try the second. Let's try the field map. I think that's will work. So let's bring in state into the field map and check. Let's see. Can you see? So without wasting much of our time, then you can drag the population into the so is that going to be legend? That should be our legend. So no. Yeah. Let's drag it here. Okay, but this one is differential. This one shows in color. You can add the data label to it. Is this some? Yeah. So this shows you can add data label to it, and it will show all you need. But let me change this map to this. I want it to show in bubble. Bubbles. Is it coming up? Location, state, color saturation. Okay, let's choose color saturation. So it will load. It will only load this to where Nigeria is located. I think all this thing works. When you are using map, make sure you have internet, please. So just make sure you have internet on your you are connected to the internet. So this will give you best experience. So yeah, so connect it back just for you to see that you can represent your data on the map, and that's the major reason why I'm trying to do that. So I can delete this if this is not working for me right now. I can delete it. Delete. Okay. So and you can also have it like this. So can have it this way if possible, or change it to this format, have it this way. You can easily scroll to see your state by population. So just make sure you do something good. So this is just simple as as ABC. So but because this data is just a flat table, we call it flat table. You don't have to go and do any extra work or something like that to bring extra file to this. So it's very simple. You can easily replicate this on your own Power BI desktop. So yeah. So what is time? 11:38. Okay, let's try to bring in another sample data. Let me close this. I don't need to save this. So yeah, so let me open up my Power BI again.
Hello, sir. Please, I've been raising my hands.
Oh, sorry, Amarachi.
Yeah.
I'm not
So I wanted to
looking.
find out. I wanted to find out if there's another tool that one can actually use to edit to clean the data apart from find and replace and trim. Is there any other tool that one can actually use to clean the data to remove that state that we just removed?
Guys, any opinion apart from either replace value or trim the data by delimiter, like splitting the data? So you can also split data
Because I
by
was a bit
delimiter.
confused with the trimming part. I was actually a bit confused with the trimming
No,
part.
the trimming part is just for you to remove the white space. After removing the state from their column, we try to replace value. Like anywhere you see state, help us to remove it. Now, but after removing that state, we are still left with what? Additional white space. So that was the reason why we use a trim, just to trim the data to remove that white space. That space bar, is a space bar that caused that, like, okay, just remove this space out of this each state value. So yeah, I can see Nana has been trying to join this class. Probably she's having a network problem. So let's come to new query. Do I have a sample data here? Learn with sample data. Where can I get sample data? Let's try to load a sample data from Microsoft. I don't know. You can get sample data from Microsoft website, or let's load our data, the one we used yesterday. But I'm looking for one rough data that we can easily use. I don't know. Any of you, do you have any sample data? Okay, I think I've gotten one from Microsoft's environment. I don't know where I kept all this raw data. Okay, yeah. Let me close this and let's get new data from Excel. And where is it? My Power Bootcamp financial sample. So let's get this.
Sorry, please. Kindly drop the data for us on the WhatsApp group for those of us that
Okay.
are doing it along with you.
All right, no problem. Yeah. Okay. So dropped already. So you can get it right away. So you have this, you have this. I think I'm still having the same kind of flat table. Yeah, let's try it and see. Let's try it. Nana, okay, have you seen that you are going on and off? What is happening? Is that your network? Nana is not speaking. So we have another table here. We have a financial table here, government, Canada, country, cafeteria, products, okay, products, okay, cholesterol and Montana, we have, okay, we have discount band, units sold, manufacturing price, and sales price, okay, gross sales, we have discount, we have sales, we have, what's the full meaning of COGS? Who can remind me?
Hello, host. Can I ask a question? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So the question is this: when we are trying to load our data, we have load data and transform data.
Okay.
Is it when we want to modify our data, or we want to clean our data, or we want to structure our data? That's when we use reform data. Or can we also reform our data or modify our data in a load data? I don't know. When you are trying to load the data.
Okay, yeah, yeah. We
Oh,
have three. Yeah, we have three options in on that navigation.
Can you tell
What's it
me
called?
the function of each one? Which other
Okay.
function can they perform? Like load data,
Okay.
transform. Is it transform data? Is it only to modify data or to clean data? Or so I just want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, any kind of transformation you want to do, you want to apply it to your data. You know, the reason why you click on transform most time is for you to cross-check that data, whether there's any error. If you are, you know, if you are 100% sure that your data is clean, you can load it directly to your Power BI. When you click on load, it will load that data directly to your Power BI data model. But if you are not sure, you click on transform so that it will take you to Power Query. So for instance, now, instead of me taking this data to Power Query, I can easily click on load. But later on, if I discover that I'm still having problem with the data, I can go and transform it in my Power Query.
Okay. Another question is this. Sorry for. Okay, let's assume I'm importing the data
From
now.
Advanced level.
From a Z.
Yeah.
So not advanced level, just a normal question. Sorry. Let's assume you are trying to import the data from a Z now. Okay, you have a table that has rows and columns. Like let's assume we have a serial number between 1 to 20 on a Z, on a Z file.
Yeah.
And you import the data on a Power BI. And you now notice that the information on that Z file is not complete. Maybe we still have other information on a separate file on a Z. So let's assume I don't want to put that data together on a Z. Let me say it will continue from 21 to 40. I don't know, maybe you are trying to get my question. I don't know if I'm clear.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, I have separate file on a Z. Let's assume the serial number, it has rows and column from 1 to 20. Another one is from 21 to 40. Let's assume. but it's not on the same file on Excel. Maybe it's a different folder, and you want to match the data. You know, it's very easy on Excel to match data. I can copy and paste and put it on.
Yeah.
Is it possible on a Power BI to extract another data and match the data together on Power BI?
Perfectly. Perfectly. Yesterday we discussed
No, sorry, I
something
wasn't on
related to
the class yesterday. I just joined the class today. I traveled. I just came.
okay, yeah. So
I just joined.
we
This is my
talk
first time
about
joining the class.
append. Okay, yeah. We talk about data when you merge and append data. If you want to merge data, it will increase in column. If you want to append, you are appending because they have the same structure. They have the same kind of header. You know, you've created a template now. You have a sales report, sales data coming from different sales rep. They are using the same format. You can combine all this data together at once and append everything in Power BI. So when you append, it will increase in rows, but they have the same column header.
Okay.
When the table has the same header, the only thing you need to do is just to come to this home tab, click on this append query.
Okay.
And then you will click on append. You will select, make sure you import the second table into Power Query. If I want to add new query now to this data now, to this particular file now, the only thing I need to do is just to, okay, help me to bring in another table.
Okay.
So I can bring multiple tables. I can bring thousands of tables into this Power model. So I can add more queries, more queries. You will get, when we get to maybe when we are dealing with multiple files, you know, we talk about data modeling. Data modeling has to do with fact and dimension tables. When you have fact tables, when you have dimension tables, you have to know how to merge, how to relate all these tables together. But today now we are only dealing with ordinary flat file.
Okay.
We have
Okay.
not started talking about data modeling. We have not talking about,
Oh,
but data will tell you what to do at the time.
okay.
Because the moment you see the data that is not clean, it now comes to mind, okay, what do I need to do here? What do I need to do here? Okay, let me append this one. Let me remove this column. Let me add new column. Now, for instance, now we have country, we have what else? We have products. I'm coming with band. We have units sold. We have manufacturing price, and we have what? Sales price. Now, for instance, now we want to calculate our profit. We want to calculate our profit because we have manufacturing price and we have sales price. So the quantity sold plus what? Plus multiplied by sales price will give us our sales, right? If I'm correct. So if they are giving someone discount now, it will, that's gross sales. Is if there's no discount, or am I correct? Minus discount will give you sales, right? Gross sales is with discount. Minus discount will give you the normal sales. So and the other part of this, which is what is this? Cost of goods sold. So it will still give you what do we have here? COGS. The cost of goods sold will give you what? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's the calculation? The begin the if I want to remember the formula, beginning inventory plus purchase minus ending inventory. I think that's the formula for COGS. So I don't know. I don't know. So to all of you that you are in accounting or anything, so I think that's the formula. Beginning of inventory. That's the quantity, right? Plus purchases minus inventory. I don't know. So but I don't even need that. So then we have month number, we have year. So this has even been split, it has been splitted. So they've calculated the profit here right now. So we have the profit. We don't even need to stress ourselves. So I'll have said, okay, let's start doing a calculation, a calculated column. So, but we have, you can cross-check this file. So if the formula they use is correct, but the formula for COGS is what? Beginning inventory plus purchase inventory minus ending inventory, purchase minus ending inventory. So if you can use that formula, I can check online for COGS if that formula is correct with what they did here. So we only downloaded this file as a sample file on the internet. So, but don't mind you, this is another problem with analysts. They expected you to understand any kind of process, any department you find yourself in a company. Today now you might be working with inventory, and tomorrow they send you to procurement or HR to go and start doing performance analysis or performance dashboard for staffs. Next tomorrow now they will, okay, guy, please, we need support from customer service. We need to check our to analyze our customer segmentation. So you just have to, you need someone beside you that understand that domain. Anytime you want to work as an analyst for any department, you need someone from that department that understand the process very well, that will give you the guideline. Okay, this is what we call this is the full meaning of this is how we operate, all the process. So you need that domain knowledge to start your analysis. You can't just jump on a data now and start working on it. Now, for instance, now if you are not related to finance, how do you want to understand this profit and sales of a thing? So you need someone to give you that. So yeah, so you can also work with this kind of data. You know, you can easily do what? Close and apply. So we have the finance data now. So you can do different stuff here. We can do, let's say we have a product and you have your profit. Can you see we have profit? So can you see Power BI is a little bit kind of interesting. So it's looking good. You know, the formatting you need is not even that much. So, but you know, you can even make it more beautiful. You know, when you go online, you see a lot of interface, you know, a lot of beautiful dashboard there. So you have to learn how to, you know, how to work with PowerPoint, bring your PowerPoint design into this space, and then everything look good. So then I have some
Sorry, before you
sample.
go, sorry, can we import a visual into Power BI from maybe from another platform? Maybe you see a visual
Exactly.
you like on a different platform. Can you import it to a Power BI?
That visual should be just like a template, right? You can
Maybe
import, yeah, you can, for instance, now you can import, I think I have some sample template. Let me give you an instance. For instance, now I want to change this background. Or I want to import, yes, because I want to follow a pattern. So I can simply go to my PowerPoint. I think I have one sample report here, a sample template here. If I'm not mistaken, where is it? Let me check dot PTS. Okay, perfect. I'm seeing this. I'm coming. Okay, I think I've used this before. So do you know you can create a template of this type? So after creating this template within your Microsoft PowerPoint, so mind you, all these things will not be there. This is just a template. You can remove all the figures, everything. You will now import just the template without any of these chart all this chat will not be there. So I think I have the ordinary template. I don't know. Where is it? Oh, the template. Okay, yeah, this is another one. Okay, perfect. So I can simply use this kind of, this is a template that I can use. I can save it as SVG and I'll go and use it as background in my PowerPoint, on my Power BI. So after doing all these stuff within Microsoft PowerPoint, the only thing I need to do is just to import it as background into my Power BI. Don't mind you, PowerPoint has the same canvas size with Power BI. This canvas you are seeing on your Power BI, this canvas, and the one within your PowerPoint, they are of the same size. So as far as you do your stuff very neat within PowerPoint, just bring it as a template to your Power BI. It will work. When we get to all this formatting stuff, you will see that. But for now, let's just move on with this. And then we have date hierarchy. We can do, let's do month. Let's do month. And then let's do our profit by month or sales. Let's have sales. And then let's have profit as well. So I can simply do something different here. I have secondary axis. Let it be my profit. Can you see? And I have my primary axis to be my sum of what? Sales, not sales price. Let me just use ordinary. Where is it? I want to use sales. Okay, this is it. So I have sales and I have my profit. Can you see? This is a line chart. You can, if you like, you can use that. If you like, you can use separate something. So you can change your view, like your visual, any one you like, you can change it. So one is for profit, one is for okay, one is for one is profit and one is for sales. So that's another style. So and sometimes you need a card. You need to, probably you need multiple cards on your screen. Maybe at the top of your screen, you need cards, something like this. This is a multi-row. I need another card. So I can say, okay, just give me total sales. I have total sales like this. Kathy, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. You've been keeping quiet since yesterday. What's happening? I've been at work. So yeah, we have total sales. We have total profit. Yeah, you can put it there. And then you can have another one. Let that one be okay, COGS. Yeah, have this.
Total units sold.
Yeah, total units sold. All those things you can, just place it at the on top of your report, because mostly company want to see figures. Sometimes analysts, you want to impress people. You want to impress management. Nothing concern management with your design. They need just give them correct figures and just format it a little bit. You know that it will be so feasible for them to understand, especially using infographics. So if you are using infographics, they will understand your report better. For instance, now I'm giving like, okay, I've audited so number of probably I'm auditing something now. I've audited this number of audited, validated, rejected, you know. And this kind of showing like, oh, this report is, they can see the figure and they can see your report, your design. But mind you, you are working for like companies, you don't use their color, you go and use competitor color. That's another problem. So while working with companies, make sure, can you see this kind of report now? Yeah, this design. It speaks to what? Coca-Cola Direct. These are their color. Imagine I'm building this for Coca-Cola now, and I go and use green and blue to build their report. They will know that I don't know what I'm doing. So please, anytime you are working with a company, use their color. They have success color in every company, and they have failure color. So make sure you use their color to do what? To work with them. So don't just go online, come up with any design of your choice. No. So company has their color, follow their pattern. So without wasting much of our time today, I think we'll be able to achieve one or two things. You can have any sample data, and I will try much as possible tomorrow. I will bring I think I have a project in mind.
I
That we
also
can
sent one to you too. I sent one to your WhatsApp too.
Okay, file, right?
Yes, a sample data with
Okay.
questions.
Yeah, I'm having it in mind that we can do a retail store performance dashboard. Yeah, retail store performance dashboard. I will try to get a sample data. I have a lot of sample data. I will even share on the group, like, I have as many as you can think of, but it's on my external drive. So I will get them and then compile everything together and give you some material. If you can read, good for you. So we can give you everything. Yeah. So unless you want to join the our master class, that one is separate. So this one, we are just doing it for you to at least get involved, get started with something. Yeah, that's just
Sorry,
it.
how can
So
we join your master class? Sorry.
I think Bolaji will talk about that maybe on our last day of this class. So we will talk about that. Manjir will tell us how to get started with our master class. So yeah, but this is just like but I promise to give you uh, where's my dashboard? Where's my dashboard? PBIS. PBIS. Okay. Yeah. This report. My network is on Meta network. Oh. Okay. Yeah. This we walk you through how to build this report from beginning to the end. Especially this, I have two very great sample dashboard that I want you guys to work on. Is retail performance and this HR dashboard. So we will all build it from scratch to the end. So, and I would like you also to do the same thing and publish your reports on your, probably on your LinkedIn, publish the retail one, publish any one you do by yourself. Just make sure you publish it. Put a nice write-up. So everybody will repost. People will see you that, there's a new analyst in town. So that's just it. So if you have any question, so you've seen how to import your data, and don't forget the data view. I mean, yeah, the data view. Anytime you import your data, okay, let's take a look at this HR dashboard. It will be your final, like one of your final, this thing, this overview of this dashboard. Can you see that we have multiple tables here that are connected to each other? Can you see? We have age group, date, department, education, employee, ethnicity, pay type, and position. So when you go to the table view, can you see all the table? Can you see? So all these things connected to each other. Let's check the relationship. This, you see, when you are working with companies, you will connect sometimes more than 30 tables together. Abmanjit can relate with me. You connect like multiple data source. One is coming from BigQuery, one is coming from CRM, one is coming from Excel.
Click.
So
As in to show the
can you see?
connection, relationship of the table. I didn't see
What did you
it.
say?
That's a question. As in, how did you get to this place where you see the tables are connected? I didn't see your
All
cursor
these tables.
to that
Yeah,
location.
okay. This is model view. So this is our model view. Can you see? So it shows all the tables
Okay.
and how they are related to each other. Can you see? So
Okay.
and
Okay.
everything is leading to this kind of dashboard. You can see by department, salary, trainees, everything. So is my co-pilot working? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not working. So yeah. So it's because of my account, the account that I log in here. I don't think it has access to Copilot. So yeah. So I think from here we can stop for today. And if you have any question, please just go and practice. You also read more about this thing and come up with something great. If you are very good in design, it will help you a lot. You can design in PowerPoint and save it as SVG. You bring it in here. Yes, I have another data that we are going to use for data cleaning. That one alone is for data cleaning. Is for data cleaning. So I have one very, very rough data that we are going to use for data cleaning. So I will also share that data with you and you practice with it and see how you can think far to clean up data. So I will get that data too from my external drive and share with you guys. So thanks for joining. It's more than 2 hours today, and we really appreciate you for staying up to this moment. Tell those that missed this class that there's no recorded class today. So tomorrow we continue from where we stop. So thank you guys and see you